Welcome to this episode of Look Around Lubbock, brought to you by Fox 34. Hi, I'm Kirk Kaiser. I'll be your Look Around Lubbock host over the next several months as we explore our neighboring communities across the South Plains and eastern New Mexico. Looking for a fun weekend getaway or maybe even a week-long vacation, we'll show you so many exciting things to do. I hope you'll join me every weekend right here on Fox 34 News Now as we discover entertaining events and activities. Many people drive through Muleshoe on their way to New Mexico and points beyond. The people of Muleshoe would like you to stop, see what they have to offer. You definitely need to visit Pete.
That's the first thing people come and see is they come and see the Muleshoe Mule Memorial.
What came first, the mule or the Muleshoe?
Old Pete is his name, and he is at the east end of town, and so he actually rode in the inaugural parade for President Bush in 2001, so he's pretty famous.
More of the history of West Texas can be uncovered with a visit to the Muleshoe Heritage Center, featuring 9 different structures.
Muleshoe Ranch was in this area. It was a very big ranch. At one point, it was part of the XIT Ranch. So when the railroad came in, it went through Muleshoe Ranch, and that's how it came to be. They've been moved here, they've been renovated and restored. Everything that's in these houses have been donated by people from this area, and they all have a story.
Another historical landmark is popular to this day. In 1957, Leal's opened their first Mexican food restaurant in Muleshoe.
I call it the meeting spot at noon. Everybody goes there. It's always packed at 12 o'clock. Leal family, they're the greatest people. They feed us well here in Muleshoe, and during COVID they actually put some meals together and you could run up there real quick, grab it and go. They're generous people. They love this community.
After a good meal, head to the city park for a walk or a swim.
But it has a track all the way around it that tons of people walk on. We call it the Muleshoe Lake. It's a little pond in the center of it, and the city does such a great job keeping the grass, it's beautiful. We also have our water park, which is very large, and people from all over surrounding communities, including Portales and Clovis, come over and swim. They have slides and diving boards and a lazy river, and it's very clean, very well taken care of, great concession stand. It's good.
Not too far out of town is the Wildlife Refuge.
It is very popular in late September, early October, because the sandhill cranes come through. And it is a sight, and it is a lot of birds, and tons of people come here just to see them. And they'll stop, eat a bite, maybe come by here, and it's really neat. Our school district won the Blue Ribbon Award. And from then on, it's just like a chain of things that you just go, God, I'm so proud of this town. God, I'm so proud of the people here. And it's just, I don't know, it's home.
This community is proud of many things. They have definitely embraced the mule.
If we can use mule or shoe, we use it. So, we love it. In fact, the people that come through here, they will stop because, well, that's just a neat name. We wanted to see what it was all about. And so, yes, we use it to our advantage for sure.
Before you leave Muleshoe and head on your way, don't forget that picture with Pete.
You got to take a picture with Pete. So, and it's funny, we always tell people to tag us in their pictures, and some people do. But to see pictures from 20 years ago or 15 years ago, even to now, that's just what you do. You got to go take a picture with Pete.
Head north out of Lubbock to Amarillo. You are bound to stop in Plainview. When you're there, make a point to head downtown.
If you get off the interstate and you don't come downtown, I feel sorry for you because you've missed the heart of Plainview. And downtown is like the heart that pumps, that keeps Plainview moving forward. And so I firmly believe that if you get off the interstate and don't come downtown, you've missed it. I mean, we have a great town overall, but you've missed it if you don't come visit our downtown. The most beautiful thing I think about downtown Plainview is our architecture. Some of our buildings, if you look at them, I mean, they're just amazing, the style and everything of those. And so I think just taking a walk downtown and looking at the buildings, looking in the store windows, seeing what's available is a lot of fun.
The downtown features several new businesses, including a new art gallery.
Kenneth White is a Western artist, and he had galleries in several different locations across the state and in New Mexico. And the family has come together and they're opening up the beautiful gallery here.
Not too far from downtown is the campus of Wayland Baptist University. That's where you'll find the Mabee Regional Heritage Center.
We are a museum center that is absolutely free. It is community focused, and it has 3 separate museums all in one. The Flying Queens Museum opened just this year, and it showcases the trailblazing history of the Flying Queens, the local basketball team here at the university. We have the Jimmy Dean Museum, which celebrates the life and legacy of Plainview's very own local legend, Jimmy Dean. Every year, Wayland also hosts the Jimmy Dean Music and Arts Festival, and this year it'll be on September 16th, and you can find all that information about the event at jimmydeanfestival.com. And then also the last one is the Museum of the Llano Estacado, which tells the history and prehistory of the Southern High Plains, which is also known as the Llano Estacado. And right now we're trying to fundraise to kind of update those exhibits and make them even more engaging and interactive.
If you prefer to be outdoors, then head to the Plainview Country Club.
This is a player-friendly course. It's 45 minutes from Lubbock, it's an hour from Amarillo. You get here, you've got open looks, there's one lake and no sand traps, so it's very, very friendly to the common Joe. It also meets the other side. They can change up the way where the tee boxes are, and they can put some out of bounds on, and it can definitely change the day. There's a lot of people that come in, they bring their kids, they'll even bring the wife to drive the cart behind the husband sometimes if the wife's not playing beating him. So it's definitely family friendly. You do see a lot of kids out here. If they don't want to come play golf, we have the swimming pool, and that's something that we offer as well. This is a hometown atmosphere, and that's important these days. We go outside of places like this and you don't get the same feeling that you're going to get here. So you're going to be welcomed, and it's going to be nothing but joy when you're in a small town like this.
Let's stay outdoors for a trip to the Plainview Aquatic Center.
People can come here, relax, just enjoy the water, but if they want to exercise, they can swim laps at certain times during the time we're open. They can climb the rock wall, they can go up the stairs and down the slide as many times as they want to in a day. We have a splash pad area for children. There's also a basketball goal. Almost any interest you have, you can meet it here at the water park here in Plainview. We are a regional draw. Sometimes we'll ask people where they're from, but Silverton, we have some people from Lubbock come. Just yesterday, a group from Health Center came and rented out our facility for their ACE program. So it's sort of a regional draw.
I love Plainview. I mean, I've been lots of places. I've traveled the whole, the United States with my grandparents growing up. I've been to lots of places, and I'm pretty sure I've seen every historical marker, but there's none better than the one for Plainview, Texas.
If you have ever driven through Post, Texas, you're not alone. 16 to 28,000 vehicles go through Post every day, 40,000 during peak season.
Post is a popular pit stop for Texas travelers, and they come in, go to the restaurants, get some fuel, and go to the restroom and get on the road. And we're trying to work on a campaign to get people to stay 15 minutes longer in Post, Texas. Do they want to eat somewhere? Are they hungry? Do they want to go to a museum? Do they want to see historical markers? Do they want to go shopping? And then we can list out what we have in town for them to do.
At the top of the list of places to visit in Post, head downtown.
You'll find things here that you won't find in Lubbock or you won't find in other small towns close by. The people are so friendly, they're welcoming, they want to help you find what you came in for. They may help you find something you didn't even know you were looking for.
It's really cool to walk up the brick streets and see local shopping at our local boutiques, and hopefully they'll stay at the Hotel Garza downtown and maybe spend the evening going to the wine house next door, or they may book a tour at the Ragtown Theater and go to a play that they have going on that weekend.
Post gets visitors from all over the country.
Something I saw at one of our local barbecue places is a pin on the map. They've been open less than a year, and they have 48 states pinned, everywhere but Kentucky and Rhode Island. So we need those visitors to come through Post.
We have people from all over come by and stop and shop, and they're so surprised at what they find, and they come back.
Speaking of people from all over, the owner of the Hotel Garza that Rhett mentioned is originally from Northern Ireland. The love of a woman brought him to Post after they met in 2008. A man from Ireland, a woman from Post, they met in Scotland.
So we decided we were going to get married, so I said, well, I have to move to Post. What is there for me to do in Post, Texas? So she said, well, there's not a lot, but there's a bed and breakfast for sale. So hence we came and looked at it, and as soon as we saw this place, we fell in love with it. It's so unique, as you can see, there's nothing else like this anywhere around. All the bedrooms are completely different. We like to think that you can come in this door and you step back in time. This hotel was built in 1915, and it was built as a hotel. We're just happy that today we can still keep it running as a bed and breakfast. As you can see, the dining room here, we have a library upstairs, and we have also got a lovely garden area where people can go out and have a glass of wine and sit and relax.
The Hotel Garza is located downtown.
You can walk the downtown, and we have our restaurants along there, and we have our little wine house just up the street, and we have two lovely museums here in Post also. You arrive as a guest, obviously, but you leave as a friend.
I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I like some of these older hotels. They have their own ambiance. I think the couple that owns it were extremely friendly and just very welcoming. And again, like you're part of the family, and it was very relaxing.
Believe it or not, there are similarities between Post and Ireland.
When I first arrived here, I couldn't believe how friendly everyone was here. And I thought, well, you know, this is just like back home, because the Irish people obviously are so friendly the world over. And I thought, this is unbelievable. So this to me is home now, Post, Texas.
We're open for the travelers, but we want them to come here and actually experience what we have and enjoy our town, enjoy our warm hospitality.
When you think of Carlsbad, New Mexico, most people think of the Carlsbad Caverns, currently celebrating their 100th year. While the caverns are an amazing attraction, Carlsbad invites you to stay a few days, see what else they have to offer.
Carlsbad Caverns is why you come to Carlsbad, and there's so much more to keep you in Carlsbad. We have the great river here, you know, with the water park and all the activities that you can do down here at Lake Carlsbad. We have a brand new miniature golf course that you can do. We have beach volleyball. We've got splash pads. We've got the water park. We've got pickleball courts. And there's just so many things that you can do. So once you're done with the caverns, we want you to come to Carlsbad and experience all the things you can do within Carlsbad. We want Carlsbad to be your destination. We've been touted as the great little day trip that you can do. I would challenge people to come, stay for the weekend, and show how we're your destination, Carlsbad.
Carlsbad even has a beach.
We've got the sand. You know, you're able to rent paddle boards and kayaks and really get on the river. And that's something that a lot of people don't have, is we have a river that runs through the entire town. And we really want to try and utilize that. And we start at the beach.
J.W. Sutphin retired to Carlsbad, and when he tells you the choices he has to make every morning, you can see why.
Every morning I got to get up and make a decision whether or not I'm going to bike, hike, kayak, fish, play the par 3. I can drive my golf cart along the river. Carlsbad now is a very active outdoor recreation retirement community.
Carlsbad has something for everyone. Friendship Park is just one example.
A group of citizens got together and they said, you know what, hey, all people, no matter disability, need a place to go and have fun. So we built Friendship Park, and a lot of it is for kids in wheelchairs. They can go on a merry-go-round, they can go on a swing. And so, you know, when people are coming to Carlsbad to go to the caves, that's one of those things. Come and see what we have in Carlsbad. And it doesn't matter, you know, if you're in a wheelchair or anything like that, we have something for you here.
Along with many outdoor activities, you can move indoors to explore the Carlsbad Museum.
Inside the museum, they have different traveling every 3 months. That changes. They have the 100th anniversary of the caverns being a national park as a display as we speak in the next couple of months. But they also have a Sports Hall of Fame. We have all of our Hall of Fame inductees have a little spot in there that you can go in and see. We have a NASA astronaut that has a display in there. There's quite a few different ones that again, it's all free. You can spend a couple, 3 hours just milling around, and it's the same thing as most of it. You're gonna go in there and going, you know, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. And so it's all on display.
If you go to other water parks, I mean, you're talking 10, 20, 30 bucks per person. What we're looking at is $5. It is $5 to go to the water park here. Our miniature golf course is $5. You know, you can't get a hamburger for $5, and we're giving you access to a full water park, and that's pretty cool. When you want to come and you want to bring your family and you want to be able to stay for a weekend, and you want to be able to get wet in the water, you want to be able to go see an entire cavern that is almost otherworldly, and then you may just want to just sit back and relax and maybe just play some miniature golf with the kids. You can't get any better than this.
It's called the Diamond in the Desert, a resort town in the Sierra Blanca mountain range of south central New Mexico. Welcome to Ruidoso.
You know, you got nature's beauty, that's the main thing, the cooler weather, and then the Triple Crown out at Ruidoso Downs Racetrack. That's been around for 70 plus years. Again, you know, we have the top horse racing, quarter horse racing, you know, the Triple Crown. We have the Ruidoso Futurity. We have the Rainbow Futurity, which we're getting ready to start the trials for that, and the All-American. And so those are multi-million-dollar races, each one of them. So people will come in, they bring their horses that they've spent a lot of money, a lot of time training them, loving them to death. They do, bring them up here and just see what they can do. It's exciting.
If you've never been to a race day at Ruidoso Downs, here's what to expect.
You get to read the program, you get to watch the television, the announcers giving you a little history about each one of the horses. And so you get to come in, then you find out who the trainer is, the owner is, who the jockey is. It's akin to NASCAR, it's akin to football. Back before free agency, remember when you knew the names to all the football players on each team? And that's the way it becomes in horse racing. You get an identity with those people, and so you have a buy-in, vested, and then you start rooting for that team. You've got an ice cream parlor, you got margarita stands, you know, over at the Jockey Club, it's a private club. You know, and people have been members there for over 70 years.
After an exciting and colorful day at the races, you can enjoy nature's beauty.
We have beautiful lakes. We have Alto Lake, we have Grindstone Lake, which are just full of golden trout, rainbow trout, even bigmouth bass are in there. So you can get on the lakes, go fishing, the river's running, beautiful outdoor pickleball courts. Of course, the hiking and biking in the forest is second to none. You know, the weather here is beautiful. It's not as windy as, you know, where I grew up. That's one of the things that we love about that is the temperature, the weather. But then we have the Mountain Coaster, which is the longest one in New Mexico. It's over at what we call Winter Park. And so it's a beautiful new addition to the community too. And also you have summer tubing there. If you like the outdoors, this is your place. If you like coming and drinking a wine, we have wineries, we have breweries, local wines, local breweries that you can buy their goods, go to their club, hear local music, beautiful local musicians, or you can go to one of our short-term rentals, an Airbnb, sit on the deck and enjoy it, look out over the deck and see the elk everywhere, the deer, and even the horses.
Ruidoso is also known as a popular winter destination.
We're the southernmost ski resort in the nation. So you think about that. We have a lot of West Texas, you know, that's our bread and butter. And then we have Mexico. So we have a lot of people come up from Mexico to go up here and play in the snow, basically. It's mainly for beginners and intermediates, called Ski Apache. We're a great Christmas community, and we're a great Halloween community. We have you know, all kinds of functions downtown in the Midtown area through Halloween all the way Thanksgiving and Christmas. We decorate everything up. We have an ice skating rink that we put in the park. We have lights everywhere. We have a walk through the park. You know, where there's Christmas music playing and all of those things. You know, we call it the Diamond in the Desert, you know, the playground of the Southwest. Come to the cool pines of Ruidoso. New Mexico is a beautiful place. If you've been around it, you do know, you know, we always laugh, it's the land of enchantment. We call it the land of entrapment because once you get here, you can't get away. We've done so much in the last 10 years, and I can only imagine what it's going to hold in the next 10 years. And so there's wonderful plans, wonderful people making those things happen. So it's an exciting time to be in Ruidoso, it really is.
One of the key sources of pride in Seminole is the Seminole Hospital District. The district has served West Texas for over 45 years and has completed a major facelift.
We finished our major renovation. We opened it about January of 2022. It's a 3-story building that's an addition, and we finished that in 2018 and opened it, which featured a brand new ER and a rural health clinic, and then our OB floor as well. We went from having 3 OB beds to 8 OB beds. We have an assisted living. We have a long-term care nursing home. We also have a rural health clinic, OB, med-surg. We also have a full-service radiology department, which is another kind of niche thing that our small hospital offers, because we have MRI, CT, mammogram, ultrasound. Our patients can stay here. They don't have to go elsewhere to get their radiology needs as well. And we also have a new physician group in our ER. They're all ABIM certified, so they're ER certified physicians, which has made a world of difference as well, because they are able to talk to our patients and really build that rapport in our ER. Because when you come into the emergency room, a lot of times it's a bad day for you, and to have those physicians that can be personable and talk to you are great.
Rural healthcare comes with many challenges, starting with staffing.
Staffing is an issue, of course, and then also, when it comes down to finances and regulations, we're expected to have the same exact regulations as the larger hospitals, but with half the staff. It's hard to get nurses, it's hard to get just staff in general, physicians, ancillary staff, all the staff is hard to get. We also have smaller budgets coming into a small rural hospital, so we have to compete with the larger hospitals for the same nurses. So we do have to have staff that can talk to patients.
The goal for the Seminole Hospital District is to have facilities good enough that local residents don't need to travel.
We're going to try to expand out what we call a specialty clinic and entice specialists from like Lubbock and Midland to rotate through here to be able to provide our patients with that all-inclusive care. They don't have to always go to Lubbock or Midland to see specialists like nephrology, cardiology, orthopedics, even mental health. I know that's a big one right now. We want to recruit those even if they come in once a week, just so that our patients, or every other week, so that our patients can stay here to see those specialists. And then we get to also, they can have all their labs, radiology done here, and patients can just stay healthy, stay close, which is our motto. When you're a patient, when you don't feel good, when you're sick, you're pregnant, whatever the case is, driving that hour to the doctor, sitting at the doctor's office, getting everything done, and then turning around driving that hour back home, it takes a lot out of you, and it's very exhausting. Use our services, and even then your family is right here. Instead of your family having to go to Lubbock to see you if you're in the hospital, or go to Lubbock to take you, they're right here, they're close. It's easier on everybody.
Seminole is a top producer of cotton and peanuts, along with oil and gas. It has a small town feel and offers a wonderful school district with a great place to raise a family.
Our community is actually a younger community. We have a lot of younger families, starting families here in town in Seminole, and we serve all of Gaines County, and then we serve Hobbs. We have them from all over. We are a very big OB hospital. Our L&D is very, very busy. We are one of those weird hospitals. Critical access hospitals don't typically do a whole lot of OB, but this last month we delivered right around 84 babies in a month.
Megan is proud of the community of Seminole that the district serves.
Seminole is a great town. It is a trilingual, so there's English, Spanish, and then there's a version of German for the Mennonite community. And so you have a lot of unique cultures here in Seminole.
Pride in Seminole and pride in the Seminole Hospital District, continuing their mission to provide exceptional health care for their community. Thank you for watching this episode of Look Around Lubbock. I hope you've enjoyed learning about our neighboring communities across the South Plains and eastern New Mexico. They offer fun things to do just a short drive away. Please contact the Chamber of Commerce at these different communities to plan your next adventure, and join us right here on Fox 34 News Now every Saturday and Sunday.